Thank you for the opportunity to report to you today on the activity that has occurred in the past 6 quarters in our recent endeavor, Watson Compact Technologies. This marketing strategy and performance report will essentially provide insight into the results of marketing research that was conducted and what we learned about our customers. We'll then look at what we learned about our customers and how we applied that to the creation of products, how we promoted those products, and then the strategies behind the choice of locations as to where we would promote those products. We will look at the performance of Watson Compact Technologies as compared to the competition, both in the areas of challenges and successes, and we'll look at some future actions that, if taken, will lead to the success of Watson Compact Technologies. We started our marketing endeavors with our mission statement because we believe that belief in what we do will drive business. Our mission is as follows. We strive to enable those within our reach to achieve more by producing adaptive, compact technology that responds to their desires. Our approach in creating our mission statement derives from the work of Krogh, who in turn took his research from Sinek. Essentially, Krogh states that businesses are more successful when they place emphasis on their customers over their products. So the who is our customers, the why is the reason behind why we make our technology, their needs, and the what is the product itself. As Watson Compact Technologies began the process of strategic targeting, we had some specific goals behind choosing the segment that we were going to reach out to. It had to adhere to the following goals: compact technology, focus on smaller, higher margin segments while avoiding high-end computing. Our reasoning here was we did not want to reach out to consumers who were looking for the absolutely top-end luxury item. And the reason being is we wanted to avoid sticker shock that can drive customers away. And research shows that customers who purchase extremely high-end products look for a certain level of trust. And an obscure startup such as Watson Technology had yet the ability to develop that trust. Therefore, we stayed away from the segment, the Mercedes segment. We also wanted to avoid oversaturated markets. And as you can see in the graphic, the workhorse and the cost cutter segments have higher numbers of individuals who wish to purchase items. So we therefore thought that our competition may be targeting those segments as opposed to other segments. That left us with the traveler and the innovator segment to target. And this was a nice mid-range group of potential customers who prefer higher end products, but not exactly top end nor low end. And we felt that those two segments may be less targeted by the competition. We learned a little bit about what our primary and secondary target demographics are looking for in their product. The traveler wants a practical computer to use on the road. The traveler customers are executive and sales people who travel considerably and are somewhat price sensitive. Our secondary target, the innovator, need a computer that can handle large computational problems, and the innovator wants the latest technology and they're willing to pay a little bit more for higher performance. The other three segments workhorse, we determined that this may possibly be a tertiary target down the road. And the other two targets that we did not segment, or did not target, two other segments that we did not target whatsoever, were the cost cutter and the Mercedes. I'd like to talk a little bit about marketing research and what it showed us about our target demographic. I'd like to point out that we purchased market research at every opportunity. Not a single quarter went by that we did not purchase market research. The reason being is that academic research shows that the primary factor in product failure is the inability for a company to meet the needs of their customer. So our traveler demographic, we're going to break down their needs based off benefits that they're looking for in a computer, and then specific applications that they wanted. Our research showed us that any benefit over 110 was a must-have for our customer. As far as applications, any application that was ranked 110 or higher was absolutely essential. However, any application that was ranked lower than 100, to add this into a product would actually be detrimental. Therefore, we just left it off this list. So the benefits that the traveler is looking for in a computer, they're looking for a small footprint, small size. They want to be able to connect to their home office when on the road. They want to be able to take it with them. It needs to be portable. They're looking for fast network and internet. Because they're on the road frequently, they need something that's going to protect them against the loss of data. They need to be able to see well what they're doing on the screen. They need something that's secure from viruses and attacks. The more storage space, the better. They want a brand that is recommended by others. They're looking for service from their company, no matter where they are, from their manufacturer, no matter where they're at. They are more concerned with performance than they are with price. But at the same time, they do want a computer that is priced reasonably. They want easy access, easy to set up over the road, easy tie into the local network, an established brand name, and a product that is easy to use. As far as programs that they want on their computer, they want something that is going to be handy for presentations. They need to be able to communicate well with other computers, word processing capabilities, and business graphics. These are the ones that we highlighted specifically when creating our product, but we didn't neglect that they also wanted something that would have data management capabilities and software that would enable them to conduct accounting. Our secondary targeted demographic, the innovator, has significantly different demands. They want a computer that is easy to work, easy to conduct multiple applications on. They want the company they purchase from, to be a technical leader. They want fast processing and output. They want to be able to tie into a local network. High performance over price. They want a computer that is going to be able to handle significant technological tasks. They want protection from loss of data and from virus and attacks. Because of the scale of the projects they work on, they need large storage space and a product that's going to respond quickly to commands. They need a fast network. They need to be able to connect to the office when on the road. They want an ultra-fast processor that can handle large tasks. They, like the traveler, want a product that's recommended by others. They want a stylish computer and the ability to work on detail-oriented projects. The applications and software that they want installed on their computer, the top 3 non-negotiables for the innovator are engineering and design software, software that allows them to communicate with other computers, and data management software. But also important are presentation software, process control software, and budgeting and bookkeeping software. Now, the products that we made in response to our customers' needs, we started with two computers that we brought to market. One we called MyLink, and it's a laptop, and we named it MyLink because the traveler segment basically wanted a computer that was their link to the office no matter where they were in the world. And we created a product, started out as the Ability Station, ended up as the InnoStation, which is a computer built towards the innovator's needs. The MyLink, our laptop, it's compact. It had mid-range computing power, but still met the needs of our customers. We kept it at the mid-range computing power instead of going to the highest capacity, simply because it met the demand of our customers, and we were able to keep the cost significantly lower by doing that. It has an ultra capacity hard drive, networking capabilities, and all the necessary software that our customers wanted. The InnoStation features a 21-inch high-resolution monitor, the highest computing power in its class, an ultra capacity hard drive, auto backup so that our customers don't lose data when working on their high-profile projects, and of course all the necessary software involved. The MyLink, we'll go into this a little bit later, was a hit right off the bat. We did have a few challenges in creating the right product for our innovator segment. As you can see, between quarters 2 and 3, the Ability Station was changed from quarters 3 to quarter 4 to the InnoStation, which was a replacement model. The InnoStation was redesigned in quarter 5 simply because we were having difficulty meeting all the needs of our customers. One small feature kept us from doing that, and that was the size of the computer monitor. We found that out in computer 5. Adding 2 extra inches onto the computer monitor met and exceeded the needs of the customer, and led us to being able to see more success in that segment. In quarter 6, we added 2 more models, both to appeal to the traveler and the innovator segment. We called it the Link Lite, which essentially was the MyLink laptop with a few features back down in scale as far as luxury. In the innovator segment, we created the IntroStation, which again is more of an entry-level computer. It's a stripped-down version of the InnoStation. We did this to offer our customers a very similar product at a slightly more affordable price. Currently, Watson Compact Technologies is operating in Toronto, Chicago, Warsaw, Paris, Abu Dhabi, Mumbai, and Tokyo, with 2 potential locations planned in the future. You'll notice that part of our strategy was to try and keep our locations relatively close per geographic area, so that it would decrease costs as far as shipping and travel. There were specific strategies put into place as to why we opened where we did, and some specific strategy behind where we propose the company go in the future. We started out opening um, our first two sales offices in Toronto and Chicago, and with limited startup funding, we thought the close proximity of these two locations would save the company money. Additionally, our two target demographics, the innovator and the traveler, showed significant market demand for our products in those cities. The innovator segment was the top demand for Chicago of all segments, and um, the traveler was second in demand in the city of Chicago. Toronto wasn't much different. Both of our products were second and third as far as market demand goes. Uh, the following quarter, we opened in Tokyo and Paris. The reason we chose these locations were because our products, our top performing brand at the time, our traveler segment product, was the top ranking brand in Tokyo and fourth in Paris. Our innovator product, the InnoStation, ranked third in demand for Tokyo. So we base a lot of why we open where we do based off what our marketing research dictates our customers want. From there, we moved on to Abu Dhabi because we took a little bit of a different approach here. There was significant demand for our innovator product, InnoStation, in Abu Dhabi, but we also noticed that no other competitors were operating in this city, and we thought that opening an office here would give us an untapped market, and hopefully soak up some market share. From there, we moved on to Mumbai and Warsaw. The reason that we opened in these locations, again, there was significant market demand for our products, but at the time that we opened in Mumbai and Warsaw, our top competitor was Pekinen Tech, and they had absolutely no offices in these locations. And like I said, both of our brands were in the top 8 as far as demand. We propose, and we'll go into this a little bit further, that Watson Compact Technologies open future offices in Shanghai and Mexico City. Both of our top competitors at the time currently are Rise and Pekinen, and they only have a slight foothold in these locations. And market demand shows a significant demand for both of our products, though the marketing research shows that these customers are a bit more price sensitive. So we would recommend offering our introductory models in these locations. Now we had a specific staffing philosophy behind why we chose to staff our locations the way we did. We wanted to keep a proper balance between our primary and our secondary target segments, but also keeping in mind market demand per segment. So essentially, we didn't want to overstaff necessarily on our innovator segment when that was our secondary target, but at the same time, if one location's market research showed that they were more interested in the innovator product, we may overstaff in our secondary product, as you see we did in Warsaw. We also adjust per demand. Throughout the 6 quarters, we would occasionally shift staff around. For example, in Chicago, we ended up adding more sales personnel in our traveler segment because we saw significant demand there. Same goes for Tokyo. We added a staff in our traveling sales department as we saw success in Tokyo over our other locations. And the last part of our staffing philosophy, we did keep an eye on our competition. If our competition was doing well in one particular area, we didn't want to be understaffed as compared to them. As we look to expand in the future in Mexico City and Shanghai, we recommend continue using our current marketing material. Both our traveler and our innovator advertisements currently have the highest ranked ad copy judgment in all three major regions against our competitors, and that's something we're very proud of. We also recommend that we use both regional and local media placement. The reason we would suggest sticking with our strategy of using regional media placement is it is cost effective, seeing that when we have multiple offices in each region. Our innovators' preferences in the area of regional media placement tend to read New Venture magazines, computer magazines, science and technology magazines, whereas our traveler segment prefer to read New Venture magazines, leading trade journals, sports magazines, and general news magazines and business magazines. Though they do read other material, they're far less ranked in preference than these, so we recommend placing advertisements in these areas. Our local media placement, we recommend placing 8 advertisements in Mexico City, 6 for the innovator segment and 2 for the travel segment. And in Shanghai, we recommend 10 local media placements, 7 for the traveler segment, and 3 for the innovator segment. The reason that we're recommending these numbers, in Mexico City, the innovator segment shows higher demand, and in Shanghai, the traveler segment shows higher demand. Currently, in our competition in the area in Mexico City is running 8 advertisements, so we're recommending matching their advertisements simply because we foresee in the next quarter our competition, which is the Smartbox competition, we foresee them losing considerable market share as they have been decreasing quarter over quarter. As far as Shanghai, our top 2 competitors are Pikainen and Android, and we simply want to have more awareness in the eyes of our customers than them, and they have a total of 8 advertisement placements, which is why we are moving to 10. What we've learned about the computer market is that it can fluctuate drastically quarter over quarter, not only for Watson Compact Technologies, but also for our customer. If you take a look at our balanced scorecard performance from the beginning to quarter 6, Watson Compact Technologies enjoyed continued performance improvement until the transition between quarter 5 and quarter 6. In quarter 5, we enjoyed being more successful than 3 of our competitors. However, our top competitor has consistently been Pikainen Tech. If you look to the right-hand side of your presentation, you'll be able to see how Watson Compact Technologies, how we performed as far as market share goes for between quarter 4 and quarter 7. Quarter 7 represents actually the end of quarter 6. In quarter 4, Watson Compact Technologies was enjoyed 28% of market share, being only behind Adroit Inc. However, between quarter 4 and 5, we lost market share as Pikainen Tech was able to gain 26% or 23% market share quarter over quarter. It's an incredible performance improvement. Between quarter 5 and 6, we improved. We had 20% of market share. However, Pikainen improved by 3% and had 38% of market share. Something really uncanny happened between quarter 6 and quarter 7. Out of nowhere, Rise Technologies really took over. They went from 17 to 36% market share, and that decreased Watson Compact Technologies back down to 13%. But we still believe that given 2 to 3 more quarters, we will dominate as far as market share, given what we've learned, and we'll discuss that in the next slide, given what we've learned. But also, you can tell that it's still anyone's game. For instance, in quarter 4, Adroit Inc. had 34% market share, the highest of any company, whereas now they're essentially in 4th place amongst 5 companies with 11% market share. Our competitors, we'd like to talk a little bit about our competitors and what we've learned from them. Rise Technologies, between quarter 6 and quarter 7, the reason they they improved their market share is they doubled their sales offices. They enjoy market share domination in the cost cutter and workhorse demographics segments, and they have 41 salespeople in 6 cities. In 1 quarter, as I said, they doubled the amount of sales offices. They went from 3 to 6, and they more than doubled their sales force. Pikainen currently has 38 salespeople in 9 cities. Pikainen demonstrated aggressive expansion early on. In the 4th quarter, they are between quarters 4 and quarter 5. They really dominated the sales landscape. Watson Technologies, in retrospect, we were too conservative in our expansion. We currently have 31 salespeople in 5 cities, and we attribute that to our loss of market share. So, Watson Compact Technologies would like to highlight some of the challenges that we've overcome. We have learned how to align our product. I mentioned early on that we had difficulties with matching our customers' needs with in our product, the Ability Station. As we mentioned, one small piece missing from the product can make a big deal. However, now we have a highly ranked product in the eyes of our customer, and we believe that going forward, we will be able to take some of our market share away from Pikainen. We have mastered effective advertising. Our first few advertisements came back with poor reviews. What we ended up finding is that less can be better as far as advertising. And if you look to the right, you'll see an example of one of our advertisements. It features only a few descriptions about a product. It has an image of the product. It mentions the company at the bottom. What we wanted to do was to highlight what our customer wants. So Our traveler segment, their number one need was something small, compact, and portable. So we put that at the top of our advertisement. Our early advertisements, we utilized every single area where we could put a product description or a benefit or something about our company. And we put it on our ads, and we ended up with clutter advertisements. And so we found that as we got rid of some of the fluff and highlighted the needs of our customers, our ads were successful, and currently they are the most successful ads amongst our competition. Challenges that we're overcoming now are weak expansion. We believe we would have market share right now had we been slightly more aggressive in our expansion. We waited till later in the game to expand into some of the areas that we are now, and we wish we would have done that early on. Our current challenges are our financial performance. Our financial performance dipped significantly in Q6. Future actions that we're going to take towards success: we are going to open an office in Shanghai and Mexico City. We're going to take advantage of 2 new opportunities. We're going to engage a special Salesforce program. Essentially, we believe that investing heavily in training will result in a more effective sales team. And we also believe that incentivization can contribute highly to motivation. Therefore, we're going to take advantage of a Salesforce promotion plans and engage financial incentives for our salespeople in our 3 most successful locations, that being Chicago, Toronto, and Tokyo. And we are also going to, in our new offices, take advantage of the promotion plan in Shanghai and Mexico City. We're going to realign our sales force. Currently, our sales team is weak in our top performing city, which is Tokyo. It's our highest performing, and we have the highest demand for our traveler segment, so we're going to realign and place personnel in that location. Well, thank you for the opportunity again to report on the performance of Watson Compact Technology. Some of the resources that we used are listed below. If you have any questions, now's the time.